Hey, good morning, Lorenzo. How are y'all? Hey, Alex. Um, so do you understand what the issue was with that grade for week 8 or 9 or whatever it was?
Yes, sir. I think I forgot to. Is this the mic? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was because I turned in all the papers. It's just I don't know why it accidentally just said I clicked page one, but yeah, I had all the papers, but it just didn't have it on there. And then when I tried to resubmit it, the Google said that my email was too much. It had too many kilograms or milligrams,
What assignment was that?
megabytes. Sorry, but
What
yeah.
assignment was that, real quickly?
Week nine notes and homework. So I had to, since I turned in my week 16, I took out the week 16 and was just gonna turn in this week. So I just turned in the week 14, or assignment 14 and assignment 15 instead of assignment 14, 15, and 16.
All right. All right. So you've done something. All right. So you submitted something this morning, correct? Am I seeing that correctly?
Yes, sir. I think like 20 minutes ago, maybe 30.
And um, so I see assignment 14 notes. Let's see, notes, and just click through this. And then assignment 14 homework, assignment 15 notes. So, alright, so you have assignments 14 and 15? Is that what I'm
Yes,
seeing?
yes, cause it wouldn't let me turn in my assignment 16 because it said it took up too much storage.
Okay. So, and plus you need to do assignment 16 for this week anyways. So, what I would experiment with, Alex, um, is so are you using a cell phone with Cam Scanner?
Yes, I'm using Cam Scanner and then like putting it to my computer and then
All right.
submitting it on there.
You can. And I might. I don't have time to show you. I mean, I could try to show you this, but you can do everything from your phone. You can upload into Gradescope from your phone. If you save the file on your phone, so save the file on your phone somewhere at files or what, I don't know what kind of phone you have, whether it be iPhone or Android, but there's basically a place to save files and you can upload from your phone. And that may save you an extra step. Are you using a school computer?
No, the when I try to submit it, well, when I usually submit my homework, it's on my personal computer. But today I had to try to do it on my school computer, and it kind of did it. It just didn't want to do the. It
Yeah.
was taking up too much storage.
Yeah, I imagine if you're using, I don't know, but if you're using a school computer, they may have restrictions on what you can actually do. Um, so, what I'm going to do is, um, I don't have time to do it right now, but I'm going to, um, grade submissions, submissions, Alejandro. All right, so that should be, hold on. Yeah, finished graded week 9 notes and homework. So that's going to be you. Yeah. All right. I'll get to grading this submission for you later this afternoon, um, and we'll go from there. Okay? Sound good? Okay. All right. So today we have our quiz. I would like to start that quiz around 10:20, 10:25 ish, as soon as we can. Um, so before we start the quiz, I want to open up the floor to any questions. Um, Y'all were to have watched the lecture videos and done started the homework for assignment 18 by this point. We can enter basically any questions that you want all the way, assignment 18, 17, 16. I had one question from assignment 16, and I did a not great job of explaining it, so I'm going to make a video this afternoon that just explains a problem from assignment 16. But otherwise, let me just quit talking and let me be open to anything that you want to talk about, any questions that you have.
Number 12 on assignment 17.
Number 12? Did you say number 12?
Yes.
Okay, assignment 17. Okay. We want to solve x over an x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 2. Alright, we want to solve this rational equality. So the problem that we have here is if we put this as an equation, how do you solve this equation? If this was an equation, how would we solve it? Well, we would set this equal to 0. So how do we set this equal to 0? We're going to start off by subtracting that 1. Or excuse me, subtracting the 2. Now, the problem is I can't combine these two terms together. Why? Because I have a fractional term and I have a constant term. So we need to change this fractional term, or we need to change this whole number into a fraction, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to multiply this whole number by x plus 2 over x plus 2. And now we get two terms. I'm going to multiply this by the negative 2, so you get a negative x minus 4 over an x plus 2. Now we have two terms that have the same denominator, and now we can combine them together. Okay, still with me? So, when we put these together, Oh, what did I write? I did something wrong. I goofed. What did I goof? That should be negative 2x. Negative 2x. Distribute the negative 2. So x minus 2x is a negative x minus 4 over an x plus 2 is... Alright, so while this is set equal to 0, we can now just take this equation and rewrite it as an inequality. So we're going to rewrite it as the inequality that we have up there. So we now have negative x minus 4 over an x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. So when is this function greater than, or when is this expression greater than or equal to 0? Well, to answer this, we want to know what are the x-intercepts and what are the vertical asymptotes. Because those are the things that interact with the x-axis, and from there we can determine whether the graph is positive or negative. So to find that x-intercept, or x-intercepts, we're going to set the numerator equal to 0. So we have negative x is equal to 4, which then means that x is equal to negative 4. So there's our x-intercept. Where is our vertical asymptote? We're going to set the denominator equal to 0. So we get x is equal to negative 2. There's our vertical asymptote. So now we can put this information on a number line. So let's think about what we want to solve. We want to solve when is the function greater than or equal to 0. Now, this is our vertical asymptote, VA. Now, the function cannot equal negative 2 because at negative 2 the function is going to be undefined. But if you plug in negative 4, well, opposite of negative 4 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. You can plug in negative 4. So we can go ahead and make that a solid circle around negative 4. Now I need to go through and I need to determine whether the function is positive or negative in each of these three intervals. I like to pick easy things to plug in. So f at negative 10. So pay attention to the negative sign in front of the x. The opposite of negative 10 is 10. 10 minus 4 is a 6. Then negative 10 plus 2, that's going to be a negative 8. Well, that's going to be negative. So everywhere from negative 4 on to negative infinity, the graph is below the x-axis. That's negative. What about something that's between negative 4 and negative 2? How about f at negative 3? So the opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. Positive 3 minus 4, that's going to be a negative 1. Then negative 3 plus 2 is going to be a negative 1, so that's going to be positive. And then what's greater than negative 2? Something easy. 0 is easy to plug in. So 0 minus 4 is a negative 4. 0 plus 2 is 2. And that's going to be negative. So we have negative, positive, negative. When is the function greater than or equal to 0? It's greater than or equal to 0 in this shaded area of the function. So in interval notation, we express this as -4 to -2, bracket around the 4, parenthesis around the 2. Now, to prove to you that this interval satisfies the equation that we had up here, and we don't have to do this by graphing. I mean, I could pull out Desmos and show you this, but if I have x over x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 2, let's just do some quick work. Let's do some testing. Test. Let's do f at -4 with this function. So you have -4 over a -4 plus 2. So that's -4 over a -2, which is equal to 2. Is 2 greater than or equal to 2? Yes. It works. What about f at -3? So you have -3 over a -3 plus 2. So -3 over a -1, which is equal to a positive 3. Is 3 greater than or equal to 2? That's what this is asking. Yes. Now, just to show you, if you kept on going, if you did f at -2, we had -2 over a -2 plus 2. Well, that's undefined, which, you can't plug in negative. Anyways, we couldn't plug in -2. I'm just showing you that it's still undefined at -2. And, if you did something that was outside this interval, like -10. Well, -10 over a -8, well, that would be greater than 2. 10 over 8, -10, what would that be? F at -10. -10 over a -8. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a 1.25, but that is not greater than or equal to 2. That's why it's not in this interval. If you pick something out like 0, well, if you did 0, f at 0, you would get 0 over 2. Well, that's going to equal 0, which is not greater than or equal to 2. So maybe I went above and beyond what we needed to do for this problem, but by setting this equation equal to 0 and then moving the two, by setting the equation equal to 0 and getting this new rational expression, and setting this new rational expression to be greater than or equal to 0 and solving this, we answered the original problem. Does that make sense? Okay. What else can we look at? How's assignment 18 going? Pretty straightforward? Thumbs up? Thumbs up? Any problems from assignment 18 that we can look at?
Can we go over assignment 11? Assignment 11, sorry. Problem 11, sorry.
From what assignment?
Assignment 18.
Problem number 11, assignment 18. Okay. Alright, calculate a problem. And this calculator problem, so assignment 18, problem number 11. We want to use the formula A is equal to P, open parentheses, 1 plus R over M raised to the MT. Now,
Can you
in
switch
the
your screen?
notes, yeah, you want to see this, don't you? In the notes, instead of using the variable M, we use the variable N. It doesn't matter. You get this variable could be, you could name this variable anything, but what this M represents is the number of compounds per year. So we have investment of $1,400. So first of all, this means that P is equal to 1,400. Now, we have a rate of 8.5%. You have to turn this into a decimal value when you plug it into your calculator. So that's going to mean that R is going to be equal to 0.085. You have to turn your rate into a percent. We have the number of years is equal to 7, so that means that T is equal to 7. And it is compounded monthly. Now, again, M or N, depending on how the formula is presented, represents the number of compounds per year. The number of times that you take interest on the account per year. And how many months are in a year? 12, so that means that M is going to be equal to 12. So here's our formula. We're going to plug everything in, and I'm going to remind you how you need to type this into your calculator. A is going to be equal to the 1,400 times 1 plus my rate, 0.085 over 12 raised to the 12 times 7. So in my calculator, this is the way I would express this. 1,400, open parentheses, 1 plus 0.085 divided by 12, close my parentheses, raised. Now, you either do 12 times 7 in your head, which is going to be 84, or you put in parentheses 12 times 7. And you make sure that the 12 times 7 is in parentheses. Now, if you type this into your calculator as is, you should get the answer. That's approximately a 2,532.93. Do you get that when you type that into your calculator? Alright, good. So does that address your question on problem number 11? So, as a review, if it's compounded let's see, quarterly, if it's compounded quarterly, then M would be equal to 4. So how many quarters are in a year? There's 4 quarters in a year. That's basically every 3 months. If it's compounded semi-annually, that would mean that M would be equal to 2. You could do compounded weekly. So M would be equal to, what, there's 52 weeks in a year? I hope. 52? Is that right? 52 weeks in a year? Yes? Is that correct? And then you could do even compounded daily. Which, if we do that, I mean, I know there's leap year and stuff, but we just stick with the 365. Alright. So, that is all of our time that we have for answering questions this morning. I would like the facilitator to go ahead and please pass out the quiz for this week, week 10 quiz, and we will spend the rest of our class period working on the quiz for this week, week 10 quiz. I will be sticking around, so if you have there's any issues that I need to be made aware of, I'll be around. And anyways, y'all go ahead and get started.
Your conference is scheduled to end in 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna be packing up and getting out of here, as y'all are wrapping up the quiz. Be on the lookout for any announcements that I send out this afternoon, regarding this week and next week, and y'all have a wonderful weekend. Take care, goodbye.
Your conference is now over. Goodbye.